Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's just dive right into this because today we are tackling a super common real-world scenario, the math behind discounts and sales tax. Seriously, have you ever thought you had the math completely figured out in your head, only to be totally thrown off when you actually hit the checkout counter? Yeah, we're going to fix that right now. We're going to use a really specific, fun scenario to map out exactly how percentage math actually works in the wild.
Because we've all absolutely been there, right? You spot this massive sale sign. You do some kind of fuzzy, quick math in your head, and you march up to the register feeling like an absolute champion. And then, boom, the total flashes on the screen, and it is painfully higher than what you thought. It's like a gut punch. Well, that familiar difference between the sticker price on the shelf and the final checkout reality really just comes down to two things: calculating the true discount and calculating the sales tax.
So, to make this concrete, let's paint a picture. Imagine you finally track down that fresh pair of highly coveted, limited edition sneakers you've been wanting. You flip the box over, and the original sticker price is a flat $200. This is the number we're going to be playing with today, all the way from the shelf to the final credit card swipe. But listen to this. Lucky for you, there's actually a 15% off sale today. Now, before we start crunching numbers, let's establish what a percentage actually is. Look at the origin of the word itself. According to our sources, percent comes from Old European, Latin, and French roots, where cent literally means hundred. So whenever we say percent, we are translating that directly to per hundred. It's just a fraction. 15% simply means 15 parts out of every 100. Okay, so how do we actually put that 15% into a calculator? We have to convert it into a decimal. And look at how incredibly simple this mechanical action is. Step 1, you just drop the percent sign. Gone. Step 2, imagine a decimal point at the end of the number, so 15 becomes 15.0, and you just bump that decimal exactly 2 places to the left. So 15% becomes 0.15. Easy, right? Now we can use the old-school traditional approach to find out exactly how much money we're keeping in our pockets. You take the original price, our $200 sneakers, and you multiply it by our shiny new decimal, 0.15. 200 times 0.15 equals 30. That means our 15% discount translates to exactly $30 off the sticker price. But hey, let's be real. You're standing in the aisle looking at shoes. You probably don't want to dig out your phone to use the calculator app. So let's pivot for a second. Our expert sources highlight an absolute game changer of a mental math hack to find discounts on the fly. It's all about breaking percentages down into manageable, bite-sized blocks. Let's see how this builds. Your secret weapon, the most powerful tool in your mental math toolkit, is finding 10%. To find 10% of literally any number, all you do is move the decimal point of the price tag one single unit to the left. That's it. So for our $200 sneakers, moving the decimal one place left gives us $20. We instantly know without a doubt that 10% is $20. Okay, but we need 15%, right? So we need the remaining 5% to get to our total discount. Well, think about it. 5% is exactly half of 10%. So if we know our 10% block is $20, we just chop that in half. Half of 20 is 10, so our 5% block is $10. See how effortlessly this comes together in your head in like mere seconds? You take your 10% block, which is $20, you add your 5% block, which is $10, 20 plus 10 gets you right back to our exact $30 discount. No phone, no calculator, just quick mental building blocks. Awesome. Now that we have our discount amount locked in, let's calculate the new price of the sneakers. We take the original $200 price tag, subtract our $30 in savings, and we arrive at our new subtotal, $170. We are celebrating right now. The cost is down to $170. But hold the excitement for just a moment. Are you actually going to just hand the cashier $170 and skip out of the store? Not quite. The tax man always gets his cut. We have to introduce the final hurdle between you and those fresh sneakers. And that, of course, is the sales tax. Now, the absolutely crucial point here is understanding exactly what number the government taxes. There is this huge common myth that tax is calculated on the original $200 retail price. No way. Look at this quote straight from TaxJar, one of our expert sources on tax compliance. Sales tax applies to the price after the discount is applied. That is a golden rule. You literally only pay tax on the actual amount of money changing hands. To figure out exactly what goes to the government, we can walk through this super easy 4-step framework provided by Intuit. First up, determine your local sales tax rate. Second, identify the taxable price, which, as we just learned, is our newly discounted price. Third, multiply that price by the tax rate. And finally, add that tax amount back to the price. Let's do it together real quick. Let's pretend your local state and city sales taxes combine to a pretty realistic 8.5%. First, we apply that exact same decimal conversion step we learned earlier. Drop the percent sign, hop the decimal 2 places to the left. So 8.5% becomes 0.085. Next, we take our taxable price, our newly discounted $170 subtotal, and we multiply it by our tax decimal, 0.085. That gives us $14.45. This is the exact chunk of change that's going to be tacked onto our bill at the register. Okay, let's pull the whole picture together. Imagine you're looking at your final receipt. See the clear logical progression here? You started at $200 on the shelf, you got a sweet $30 discount. Your taxable base became $170. Then the government added $14.45 in sales tax, meaning your absolute final out-the-door total is $184.45. And that is exactly how the math works every single time. All right, before we wrap up this explainer, I gotta throw a huge retail psychology curveball at you. This comes from the educational platform MyQuick. It's a classic trick. You know when stores offer you 2 successive 10% discounts? Like a 10% store-wide sale plus an extra 10% off coupon at the register kind of deal. Is that literally the exact same thing as a single 20% discount? Or is one better than the other? Spoiler alert, it's a total math trap. They are not the same. A single flat 20% discount on our $200 sneakers saves you $40 straight up. The price drops to $160. But look what happens with successive discounts. The first 10% takes $20 off, leaving you at $180. But that second 10% is then applied to that lower $180 price, meaning it only saves you $18. That brings your final price to $162. Successive discounts apply to smaller and smaller base amounts. So actually, scratch that whole extra percent hype. A single large percentage discount is always, always better for you. And that's the whole shebang. You now know how to convert percentages, hack your way to quick discounts using mental math blocks, accurately apply sales tax to the right number, and avoid those sneaky retail math traps. So next time you see a sale plus an extra percent off sign in a store window, ask yourself, who's really getting the better deal? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Use these math skills to your advantage on your next shopping trip, and I'll see you next time.